Hey Hannah, as we're not going to meet in person maybe, and you're ready to commit, I figured I'd show you the bike first in this little video just so you can know everything about it. Let me give you a tour of the bike. Let's see, the front tire that was just put on like 500 miles ago or less. That shouldn't need replacing. And the front brake, let's see it. Yep, works fine. Okay, brake's not rubbing. I don't see any work needed on the front tire. The chain rings and front derailleur, this is the only part I had replaced after about 10,000 miles. The teeth on the previous one were so worn down that I bought a new one. So this one has about 5,000 miles. It's nowhere near needing replacing. I see another 5,000 miles at least. And when you do replace these, they're, I don't know what they cost, maybe $100. It's not really that big of a deal. But again, that part's fine. Everything's fine. The chain was replaced like 5,000 miles ago as well. Crank arms, pedals, they've all been fine. Nothing weird there. This is the front derailleur. This has been fine as well. It's adjusted through, you're gonna have to get used to this. The Surleys use these levers here, and this is how you move it. So I pull this lever down, and that's how you shift. If you can see that moving between gears. Honestly, I only keep it in the middle one. I rode something like 10,000 miles straight without ever taking it off the middle one. That part works totally fine. I don't see any adjustment needed. All right, let's talk about the back wheel. It's like a $100 tire. It probably has 5,000 miles. In my experience, they last about 10,000. So yeah, you got quite a bit left on this. The back brakes, these are fine. Go this way. Glides through, okay, no rubbing. And then when we want to do the back brake, we're gonna hit the brake lever, and it works right away and glides right away. Nothing up with the back brakes. The rear derailleur here, the most complicated part of any bike, right? I had made several adjustments with this last, I don't know, 1,000 miles ago. It doesn't give any issues, but like every rear derailleur, it makes weird clickings. Sometimes you feel like it's rubbing, sometimes it sticks. In all the bikes I've ever owned, I've never found a way around that. But it does work fine, it shifts fine. In the highest and lower gears, especially when you're going uphill, sometimes there's a bit of resistance when you do shift. But I personally have not ridden a bike where that's not an issue. And we can demonstrate shifting. Okay, let's do the little shift test here. You can see when I move the lever up front, it moves with no problem. Again, there's some rubbing on the what's this, the highest gear. It seems like bikes always have that. I don't know how to get around that. Adjusting these can be really difficult too. If you do want to play with this rear derailleur, that's up to you. Every time I try to play with them, it seems like I make it worse. I did take it to a bike mechanic maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I paid him like $50 for a tune-up on this, and it worked really good. But that was several years and quite a few miles ago. And then since then, this one does stick a little. Again, it's really not that bad, but it's something that maybe could be improved. All the other gears, it's nice and smooth with no issues. Other stuff, this is the seats. It's a Brooks saddle. If you've done research, you'll probably know these are one of the most, if not the most popular touring seats. It's leather. They're like $100. It molds to your butt. Obviously this one's molded to my butt. It may fit your butt fine, it may not. It may be worth you getting a seat that you like better. If not, that's up to you. The one thing that definitely needs replacing is the handlebar tape. I don't know what these are, like $10. It's just kind of tattered. This little rubber part is a little ripped. I think you could just tape over that. It's really not a big deal. I just haven't made the effort to replace it. You can see that's starting to come off a little bit. And then these are the bags. So this is the front bag where you keep whatever, your phone, maps, things you need to access during the day. It clicks on to this front thing here, like this, and then it's snapped on there. And then if you do say you need to go food shopping, you park your bike at the supermarket, you can take this off, you push down on the lock icon, and lift it up, and then you can take this off. And these back panniers, there's 2 of them, of course. You can fit most of what you need in both of these as long as you pack fairly light. This is all I had for 15,000 miles across Africa, Europe, and Asia. It clips on like that. You got this big old pannier. You can get your sleeping bag, tents, other stuff in there. It's got reflectors, and then you have to, there's like a clip under here. I know it's hard to see because it's kind of dark, but this clip, this thing goes onto the rack. It's pretty easy. And then when both panniers are on, this is the rack, and you can easily fit a duffel bag or whatever you want on top of this rack. Say your rolled up tent, that fits really nicely along this. So in summary, you need a new handlebar tape job. The rear derailleur, maybe you would want to adjust that, maybe not. I personally haven't. It might not be worth it. The back tire only replacing, I don't know, in a few thousand miles maybe. I can't say anything else. It is a used bike. It still rides fine. I took it for a trip in September, spent a week circumnavigating the Grand Tetons, a few hundred miles, and it was fine. It's a great bike, so I hope this video helps make your decision.